Namaskar and good evening. Today we will take a look at Glenmark Pharmaceutical Company Limited, a research-led global integrated pharma company. First, we'll take a look at the Q4 results. The total income from operations for Q4 is 2,767 crores. In Q3, it was 2,736 crores. In Q4 of last year, it was 2,564 crores. So overall, there was an improvement of 7.96% year on year. 7.96% in total income year on year. Just 1.17% quarter on quarter. Now, the net profit is 220 crores in Q4. Previous quarter 191 crores and 62 crores in Q4 of last year. There is an improvement of 36.28% in net profits year on year and 15.44% quarter on quarter. I'll summarize once more. Total income from operations has gone up by 7.96% year on year and 1.17% quarter on quarter. Net profit has gone up by 36.28% year on year and 15.44% quarter on quarter. Equity is 28.22 crores. Basic EPS is 7.81 crores. The market price as of now is 466 rupees. Volumes are quite good for buying and selling. Glenmark Pharma has recommended a dividend already. It has got regulatory approval for oral antiviral favipiravir drug for treatment of mild to moderate COVID-19. So these are all small things which have happened, but likely to have very significant impact in next results. 52-week low price was 168, high price was 572, so 168, 572. In between now, the current price is 466. It has gone up reasonably after the approvals, etc. The technical rating is very bullish. Now, if you look at the market cap, 13,173 crores. Price earning is reasonably low. Book value is 423. Dividend percentage, dividend is to 200%. Market lot is 1. Industry price earning is 31.5. EPS is 45.6 for the last year. Price to book is 1.1. Dividend yield is 0.43. Face value is rupees 1. Management is Glenn Saldanha, Chairman and Managing Director. V.S. Mani is Executive Director and Global CFO. Now, if you look at the shareholding pattern, promoters hold a good 46.62, FIAs hold 28.51, total DIIs hold 11.8. So, very healthy shareholding pattern is there. Now, for the year ending 31st March 2020, yearly results, if you look at that, 10,640 crores, 41 crores, 10,641 crores for the whole year, against 9,865 crores, an increase of 7.86 against the last year. The consolidated net profit was 776 crores against rupees 925 crores in the previous year. Consolidated EBITDA stood at 1,698 crores against 1,586 crores in the previous year. Glenmark's growth momentum sustained in the fourth quarter despite the COVID-19 pandemic and challenging generic business environment across markets globally. In India, sales from formulation business stood at for the fourth quarter stood at 765 crores against 668 crores in the corresponding quarter of last year, a growth of 14.42%. In the consumer care business, it maintained strong growth momentum of 31% in Q4, and the business setting in the new milestone of sales of INR 203 crores in this financial year. USA. The USA, there was a slight degrowth of 1%. Africa, Asia and the CIS region, there was a growth of 29.26%. Latin America, there was a growth of 46.9%. So, in API business, there was a growth of 5.07%. Now, let us look at the other aspects. COVID definitely affected facilities in March and April. There was a shutdown, etc., etc. But by end April, Glenmark says it has stabilized production and logistics to ensure uninterrupted supplies to all markets. Manufacturing facilities are all operational at present. Raw material supply has improved significantly. Internal logistics within India have stabilized a lot by April end. Exports to all markets have resumed significantly by the first week of May. So, April was to a certain extent washout in exports. We need to remember that. Because company says it has resumed significantly by the first week of May. So, April was a washout for exports. So, let us watch. But anyway, it will be, whatever problems are there, it will be there only for this Q1. Subsequently, it will be a great show. Now, what about this COVID medicine? In a landmark development for COVID-19, Glenmark announced antiviral drug Favipiravir under the brand name FabiFlu for the treatment of mild to moderate COVID flu patients. They have also given some age groups also. Beyond that, this is not to be administered, like this, something like that. Received approval for manufacturing and marketing for from India's drug regulator as part of their accelerated approval process. That is because of considering the emergency situation prevailing in India. The approval is restricted use because patients have to sign a declaration before undergoing this treatment. Glenmark's approval makes FabiFlu the first oral Favipiravir approved medication in India for COVID-19. The antiviral offers broad spectrum RNA virus coverage with clinical improvement noted across age groups 20 to 90. So, almost all age groups. Less than 20, they didn't say. So, Favipiravir can be used for COVID-19. So, but Glenmark has also recently introduced a new randomized open label study to test the combined efficacy of two antiviral drugs, both Favipiravir and Umifenovir, as a potent COVID-19 treatment. Their combination may improve tackling of high viral loads in patients during early periods of disease. So, a combination of two drugs has also been introduced. Early administration is desirable as viral load peaks at the time of symptoms onset. When the symptoms are visible, before that, it is better to administer this combination. This combination can prevent and delay the emergence of resistance. Actually, Favipiravir was an antiviral drug approved in Japan in 2014 for various influenza infections. It inhibits viral replication. viruses cannot grow. Imiferivir is licensed for certain infections in Russia and China. It impairs viral attachment to cells. So the combination is viral replication is avoided and viral attachment to cells is also avoided. The new combination clinical trial is called FAITH in the Indian hospital setting. 158 hospitalized patients of COVID-19 will be enrolled in the combined study and randomized into two groups. One receiving the combination and another receiving only favipiravir along with standard supportive care. Now, so this is an advantage that Glenmark is having. It is the first to introduce that. But DCGI has endorsed Hetero Pharmaceuticals, another company, for the supply of the drug Covifor. This is not a favipiravir combination. This is a remdesivir combination to various states where many suspected or laboratory confirmed COVID cases are hospitalized because of the drastic symptoms. So Hetero Pharma states that Covifor or remdesivir drug will be provided in 100 mg vial injections. So this is to be administered intravenously in a hospital or intensive care unit under the supervision of healthcare professional. This Covifor is a generic version of remdesivir. It can be used in emergency conditions of corona cases also. It is a drug whose first batch will be supplied to Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, etc. The company is sure about enough stock to provide for the present requirements of the drug. It will cost less than 30,000 per patient. 6 doses of the drug will be required in the aforementioned time frame. So, initially we got the infection, the viral. Now medicines are coming. Now, subsequently, vaccines may also come. So, progress is there. Now, Glenmark is also likely to supply this drug to various states. And let us see, maybe internationally also it may progress in the course of time. We wish good luck for patients, not just for the companies. The patient should receive the best treatment now. Now likewise, Patanjali has started giving the antiviral drug, but that is not yet approved. It has been submitted for approval. Let us wait for that. Anyway, Glenmark Pharma has done well in Q4, likely to do well in Q2 now. Q1, there could be some problems because April logistics problems were there. Thank you for listening. I'll be back with you with another company, profitable company. Thank you.